attributes are of the good black woman. Since she's not on television, we may not recognize her. Okay. Now, the good black woman has 7 attributes, and then I'm going to explain to you how to utilize those in your day-to-day life. The good black woman has self-discipline, courteousness, cheerfulness, self-respect, intelligence, cleanliness, and love. Now, we've heard that terminology. You know, it's like one of those where they tell you, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. What do that mean? You know, how can I make that functional in my day-to-day life to benefit me as a practice? It sounds like all theory. Where's the practice? What do I do? The good black woman has self-discipline. That's self-control. Let me make that real for you, sisters. We can start with our mouth. The good black woman can control her mouth. She don't have to say everything that comes
Westerners make it look like polygamy is oppressing women, but actually it's the opposite of that. Polygamy actually helps to give women their rights. Understand? So there's so many women out there that could be having babies for guys, there could be baby mamas out there could be mistresses out there. These women have nothing, they have no rights. But in Islam, the opportunity of polygamy is put there to give these women also rights to having children who have a family name, to being cared for, provided for, to being given companionship, and to be given inheritance. All of these things that Islam gives these women rights to having and allows polygamy. I think that if it was me, I would choose that they definitely have the opportunity of polygamy. So that is one of the first reasons that I mentioned. The second reason that I accepted going into polygamy is I understand one thing. A man can care and love for another woman and it has nothing to do with you, okay? Girl, it has nothing to do with you. If your man is out there caring or loving other women, okay, it has nothing to do with you being a bad person or whatever, unless you give him a reason to. But if you are a good person and you are doing good, you're being the best version of yourself, and you're not giving a person a reason to hate you, why are you worried about not being enough? Okay.
Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose: procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. Now let's do some calculation. 120 million sperm cells a day, every day, as opposed to 1 egg a month, every month, means, assuming all the cells are viable, that it will take only 30 men to impregnate all the women in the world. This points to one clear fact. A man is, by nature, polygamous. Monogamy and fidelity are unnatural situations promulgated by religious beliefs and social pressures. Take those away, every man would cheat. It's simply biological. Now let's look at the extra. It's a known fact that women, for the most part, are more emotional than men. So it's natural that after a sexual encounter, she'll be attached. But because a man is visual and logical in nature, there's no emotion involved. For him, it's just a physical release that's got nothing to do with love. A man loves his woman by protecting and providing for her. Period. It's really quite simple. For a man, the physical and the emotional, two separate entities.
In a model, you learn a lot about image. And in modeling, real quick before we start, what am I looking at? Am I looking at you? Am I looking at the camera?
Look wherever you want to look. It's still going to capture your beauty and everything. You know, just talk, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
so being a model, I learned a lot about image. Yeah. And what you present matters, no matter what's going on behind the scenes. There could be 110 different people behind the scene doing so many different things, and the image that comes out, that's what gets captured, and that's what you put out. Yeah. So what's our business is our business, of course. But whenever I get to that point where I'm in a relationship with somebody, I believe in myself. I know I am royalty. I'm a princess. I am the Persian princess. And when a king approaches me to make me his queen, I do believe that we have an understanding. If you approach me to make you your queen, you love me to the point where I am it. I am all of it there is for you. I love myself so much, and I think everyone should love themselves a lot. So if you are trying to approach me, that means you love me as much as I love me, even a little bit more, because that's why I'm letting you inside of my universe. Okay. So if you're able to catch that attention, if you're able to lock me down, basically, if you can make me your queen, there's nothing that me and you cannot do together. as a man, I believe you are allowed to you can do whatever you want, you know. So, for example, with sex and relationships, if me and my man, I believe in a man that it does his own thing. He does his own business, his own hustle. I'm not looking for an ankle monitor. I'm looking for a partner.
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone to do his own thing, to give me my space, for me to do my own thing, because I'm an artistic person. I have to be able to express myself. I don't ever want to feel like I am getting hovered over.
Yeah.
And I give you your space. You should have friends. You should have male friends, female friends, people you've been with. You shouldn't have to cut those things off because you're in a new relationship. But that doesn't mean that if we're not together, you don't stop eating if we're not together, right? I mean, if you're across the world, like in Hong Kong doing business, are you going to stop sleeping and eating because I'm not there eating with you?
Okay.
So what is it about sex that makes it so special? Only because it's a little bit more intimate? Sex doesn't have to be as spiritual as you make it to be. You know, sex can just be sex. And if people learn that sex can just be sex, they can get all those emotions out of it. Yes, me and him are going to be on that level. Me and him are going to touch each other's souls and interchange universes with each other. And he's going to tap into me like I'm going to tap into him. But he can fuck a plastic doll for all I care, as long as we're keeping those open lines of communication. My king and I can enjoy, you know, our concubines together. He can have his room of concubines. She can come do the dishes. She can come cook. She can come fuck my man. And she can go back to where she came from. As long as we're all having these open lines of communications, there is nothing that we cannot do in this world. And that's what makes a power couple, if you ask me.